She said she would suck for me. I said, no, I don't want it. I don't want sex. I don't want sex.
I guess by any and all means, we have to keep this genius out of prison. What the f***'s going on? Kodak Blak's response that Kanye West wants to help him.
Kanye the only nigga still fuck with Diddy, cause he know he ain't gay.
Great. I personally don't give a shit about what anybody says. So I'm not mad at Kanye. He's a mess. But a lot of people are mad at him for things that he's saying. Now, if you're gonna forgive everything that's been said because he wants to help Kodak Blak, I hope you're out of the gene pool soon. I feel sorry for you, I really do. Hey, let's just go back and take a look at Kodak Blak's history. We'll go back to 2015. First of all, taking this off an article that was written in 2023, so we're not exactly up to date, but at the very top of this article, it does mention that Kodak Blak has been arrested at least no less than 9 times.
9 times?
9 times.
But hey, what the hell? What do I know? Maybe he's got a bum rap. Maybe these are all just bullshit charges. Start at the beginning, 2015. Assault, robbery, kidnapping, false imprisonment, driving with a suspended license, and marijuana possession. I guess they should have probably led with those. Story goes that he forced several people into his car because he suspected that someone had broken into his home. I'm sure no drugs were involved in that. What do we got? 2016. Oh, wonderful. Now, shortly after, he had possession of a weapon by a felon and threw his loaded weapon at police. Cops are just looking to shoot people, right? The fuck? He's throwing a loaded gun at these fucking cops. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. Again, he was arrested because of open warrants for the false imprisonment. So we got 3 months in jail, 5 years probation, 1 year house arrest, community service, and a partridge in a pear tree. After his sentence, he was extradited to South Carolina for the sex battery case. But luckily for him, he had $100,000, so he could just buy his way out of it. No big deal. Talk about black privilege, am I right? 2017, he violated his house arrest. How did he do that, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. He simply wanted to go for a walk with his monkey, and they arrested him for it. Oh wait, he assaulted a bartender at Club Climax. Wonder what kind of club that was. Kodak cannot keep it in... Sidebar here. Does anybody remember when Kodak Blak had a monkey? Whatever happened to that fucking thing? I felt bad for it. And I don't like monkeys. I work with animals more than a lot of people do. I don't fuck with monkeys. But I wish he still had that thing, because those things are made to rip off faces. To start off the year of our Lord, 2018, Kodak Blak starts a live stream on Instagram, surrounded by drugs and weapons with his child nearby. So, of course, he gets grand theft of firearms, 2 possessions of weapons or ammo by a felon, over 20 grams of cannabis. Why do they keep throwing that shit in there? Child neglect without bodily harm, and 2 parole violations. Why not? In 2019, he had a Glock and weed at the Canadian border. What the fuck do you need these things at the Canadian border for? But luckily for him, again, he posted a hefty bail and then was arrested a month later. On, say it with me, kids, weapons charges. Goes on to say that more charges over 2020 and 2021, which 2020 was a pretty great year for Kodak Blak, for some fucking reason. But he was arrested again in 2022 for some bullshit trespassing charge. They were dropped, but I wonder how that happened. I mentioned that 2020 was a pretty great year for Kodak because he started it right in January by getting a big old fat pardon from President Trump. He pardoned Kodak and commuted his 3-year jail sentence after he was found guilty of forging documents to buy weapons. So this wasn't even mentioned, obviously, because it was thrown out. All I'll say is it's outrageously crazy that the president of the United States of America pardoned Kodak Blak. I can't really blame him because the people who are watching this, who are so angry at me right now, are fucking lunatics and retards. I also, while doing research for this video, watched Kodak Blak's arrest. One of them, body cam. And as I knew, I had that just spidey sense, this tingling feeling that the comments were going to get me so frustrated. But I had to take a peek anyway. And here we are.
I'm gonna help you out. You gotta ride around with your license. I don't know anyone got your license. I'm not gonna fuck you over for some bullshit. Hey, look, come here. Look, I'm not gonna arrest you on bullshit, alright? This is just for the being. Who can you call right now to come pick up your car? You're on a revoked license, dude. He has a suspended license. I mean, he says he doesn't smoke. I don't see no weed, but you can smell it. We're not even gonna tow the car. I'm not on that bullshit, dude. My mom will go crazy, bro. Your homeboy had weed. That's where the smell is coming from, alright? I'm gonna take the weed. I'm gonna destroy it. He's not gonna get no tickets, nothing. We're not gonna fuck your day over nobody's day, alright? Dude, you got a lot of heat. Where the fuck are you driving, dude?
The cop is he's being the way a cop should, to be honest. Top comment. Bro, those cops dead ass handled this like he was one of the homies. We need more cops like that. Don't like how you started that. The reply, cause he is. Police already knew what time it was when they pulled up. Great. So he's known. And they gotta know that they're gonna get him anytime. He's always going to be doing something that he's not supposed to be doing at this point. We know this. He doesn't try to help himself. The guy's driving around with a handicap sticker. I mean, technically probably, but it smells like weed in there. He can't even just go without. He's lying. He smokes weed, and he probably just did. Suspended license. Just fucking not giving a shit because he never has to. Anyway, we'll move on. I don't know, man. I don't like the way that cop treated them. Cuffs and put in the cruiser. And snooped through his car for driving suspended. His whole demeanor was slightly disrespectful and intimidating. Not a homie. If you go through your life like this, you are the weak one. I'm sorry. But all this... Anybody who talks about they need respect all the time, they're the most insecure fucking people in the fucking world. And we need less of them. Stop it. I'm always very grateful for a voice of reason in the comments. They didn't handle it like homies. Just how cops should. Yes. Are you being serious? And then he goes on to make a series of good points. Somebody jumps in, but that's still harassment. I can't wait. I can't wait till you meet a cop that is not having your shit. I watch these body cam videos, and sometimes I'm like, turn the fucking camera off. Get some fucking stick time in there. It's always the most loud and obnoxious people that get a 30-minute video of cops just surrounded, just being like, okay, listen, we're going to start turning the body cameras off. I want to see some fucking... I gotta stop. And then this fucking genius. It's a crime, but you're still allowed to operate a vehicle with a suspended license? What does it... So then why even get your license unsuspended if you could just go around driving? The fuck you... That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about these people. The guy's a fucking junkie rapist. That's it. Now, for everybody who jumps in with the, well, he became a junkie because after he got shot, they put him on perks and then he got addicted to them. Okay. It's all right. Let's take a look at that, though. So this party that he got shot at took place February 13th. Well, the article, so probably the next day. February 13th, 2022. That's when he was shot. So now, let's go back before that, right? This is Perk Kodak, about a year before he got shot.
Shit is just like crazy, homie. Super gremlin, bro.
That bitch got crack in it.
That shit hard.
I don't know, cause I don't smoke crack and that crazy shit, but it got some shit on it. But
Yeah. You feel me?
what?
Your thought process behind the whole creation of the song.
Shit, I don't know. Just made that bitch. One of the fights turning in the shoe. I get this morning, some crazy shit. I'm trying to get this. And I'm
Talking about Super Gremlin, where he says the lyrics, I knew that perk was fake, but I still ate it. Them damn doctors, right? So for all you Kodak Blak fans out there, I hope that settles that for you and you can thank me and apologize in the comments. Error Scam Likely has a comment which could very well be a troll given his name, but at the same time it could very well be a real person. Using that term very lightly. They literally be targeting the dude at this point. It's always bullshit when they stop him, and then he goes on to say the prescription meds and all that bullshit. If I was being targeted and I knew it, everybody knew who I was, and cops always wanted to fuck my shit up, I would not be driving around with a suspended license, handicap tags, whatever the fuck else he's got, smelling like weed. So, if you're... There's a reason why he's targeted, because he's always doing something wrong. This is a pattern. What are we supposed to just say, oh, that's Kodak Blak, he just does whatever the fuck he wants all the time?
You do something.
Get him off the streets. He's gotta go. This last comment, I wouldn't even go into the replies, because it made me so angry. Laughing my ass off. Kodak still being deathly afraid of his mom is so admirable. Laughing, crying emoji. Well, isn't that just
Isn't that cute? But it's wrong!
I'm not gonna say anything bad about somebody's mother. But he can't be that scared of her if he's doing this shit all the fucking time. Inadmirable? Get higher hopes, kid. What the fuck? It's never enough for me to leave a comment amongst the hundreds and hundreds of other crazy comments that happen out there. So, every now and again, I have to make a video. But very, very rarely does anybody see these things. I have to assume that I'm getting shadow banned because it makes me feel better. But every time I get a little traction on something, such as my Ezra Miller video, it just all of a sudden stopped. And I have to assume that somebody made it stop. So I also assume that that's what's going to happen with this video. But if you do get to see this, please leave a comment. Tell me I'm wrong. Like the video if you did like it. And I could really use some subscribers, because nobody sees my shit. But let me know. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you soon. Take it easy.